Free Fallin by Tom Petty, and I'm going to teach you this song. Nice, easy one to learn on acoustic guitar. Starts off fairly simple and uses a few chords. Pretty easy song to grasp. First of all, you're starting off with some really easy open stuff. It's first finger on the G string, and just strum down. And from there, you're putting your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. You're just going back down. Then to finish that part off, you slide down with your middle finger on your pointer finger on the 2nd fret, your G string, and your ring finger on the 4th fret of your D string. So it sounds like. Then from there, you do the same thing, just when you end it, you're going to end up down here with your middle finger on the 4th fret of the D string and your ring finger on the 4th fret of your G string. So this is what the intro sounds like. I like to add a little bit more to it just to make it a little bit more interesting to listen to. So when I play, it's something more like. Now on to the next part of the song, which is where the chords start. It starts off with an E chord, which really easy chord. Middle finger on the 2nd fret of your A string, ring finger on the 2nd fret of your D string, and pointer finger on the 1st fret of your G string. It's a G chord. Next chord is A minor coming from your A. It's your A. It's your A minor. A minor is supposed to be played with your pointer and middle fingers, but for this song it's easier to play with your middle and ring fingers. Stick your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your D string and your ring finger on the 2nd fret of your G string. A minor chord. And finally, your last chord is a B flat minor. It isn't actually a B flat minor, it's kind of a variant of it, but it's the same thing. That's basically how it sounds. It is your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of your A string, your ring finger on the 4th fret of your D, and the pinky finger on the 4th fret of your G. So basically when you put it all together, it's E, A minor, E, B flat major, minor. And when you actually go and stick it together, it's again, I like to try to make this part a little bit more interesting. Before I switch over to my A minor, I add a hammer on my G string on 1st fret. So it sounds, and I add a bit of a strum pattern to it, so it's more like. And that's the whole song pretty much, except for one little part in the interlude where it switches up a little bit. It's basically, for that part, all you do is pointer finger on the 2nd fret of your A string and strum that 3 times. Then you go and move over to your D string, and I find it sounds best if you mute your E string with your thumb. So it's and back over to your D string, or A string, my bad. And then it's kind of like that chord shape that we did before, the B flat. Just you're not using your pinky, and again, mute the E string with your thumb. So it's. And that's all the parts of the song. The interlude comes after, I believe it's the 3rd verse, but through the chorus it's all the same. is basically Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. It's a real easy song. I hope you enjoy learning it.